Hey, January 28th, 2013. This is the Irish Game Dev Podcast. And what? Woo! Yeah, there we go. Great intro. Yeah, that's what we've got. This is the Irish Game Dev Podcast, and it's me, John Jeffrey. May know from other podcasts, whatever. This is episode 0. We're starting off the correct, proper computer way. And straight off we have Andrea here, don't we?
Hello, how are you?
Hey, how you doing? Sorry about that, man. Introduce yourself.
Introduce myself,
Yeah,
okay? My name is Andrea Magnorsky. I'm one of the co-founders of BatCat Games. I also help organize Dublin Gamecraft, which is a game jam here in Dublin. And, a few other things, Open Spaces Coding Day, Dublin.net. And I'm on Twitter if you need to find me at Brown Crisis.
Hey, cool.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. You've got, was it roundcrisis.com as well as your own site, your blog and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, I have a roundcrisis.com for happiness and really, really boring blog posts. Yay.
Very technical, in-depth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. What do you do at BatCat Games then? I don't think, did you mention that? Sorry, I wasn't paying all that much attention.
I'm one of the founders. That means that I get to program a little bit and then make sure everything runs. And the programming part is probably the only part that I really, really love doing, actually. Because school likes doing business. The part of doing the game is great, but anything, about, hey, let's, get more money and all that stuff is not that fun. Well, it kind of is. Anyway, the part that I want to talk to you and share with people today is the part about, programming. Yeah. Particularly, I was kind of trying to focus on something that might be handy for our people who are also doing games. We have a build server.
Yeah.
So the thing is, why would you want a build server? A build server is something that runs, and every time you commit code to your repositories, it will kind of trigger a hook, and that means that it will go take your changes and build and let you know if everything went fine. It's particularly useful when you have unit tests and integration tests in there, because that means that if there's any error or you change something, you have an unintentional change, the build will come back to you and say, hey, you've broken everything before it's too late and it has impacted your team.
Yeah.
So it seems like a slightly dry topic, but at the same time, it saves so much time and pain that it's very exciting for me. And the other amazing thing that allows us to do is to basically you commit something and, 2 minutes later you have a new build of the game.
And you can start playing straight away, testing your own.
Yeah, exactly. So, we're not actually testing that the game runs, but we just test that a bunch of our things run.
Yeah.
But we're nearly there on being able to actually run the game, take a screenshot and set, so you can verify that certain things match. So, the thing is, we have several projects. There's not just one big solution with everything. I don't know. Okay, so that's why you would want to build server.
Yeah.
So then it's like, okay, so what are you using for the build server? I imagine that I would ask myself.
Yeah, there's no one-stop solution, is there?
Sorry?
There's no one-stop solution that will work for.
Oh no, there's a good few of these tools that do pretty much the same, and they're just slightly different. I saw some more company using Jenkins, but we use one called Team City. These are, this one is a hosted solution, which means you install it in your server, and and it just runs. You could install it in AWS or anything else. The thing and the reason why we haven't done that is because our builds require a graphics card installed, and actually that's proven kind of a bit of an issue on our servers. But we just installed it on a machine and set up all the different projects we have on it. TeamCity, I found, is one of the is free. It's not open source, but it is free.
Yeah.
And I found it really, really easy to use. They are also on version 7, probably 7.01 or something by now.
Yeah.
But they are, it's a company that I've followed their products, our products for developers, and it's really easy to like them because they're really responsive. They are always putting up new features and our stuff that is kind of really helpful. So I don't know, check them out if you need to get a build server. And so that's TeamCity. There is also Jenkins. There is a few other ones. Like TeamCity is good for a bunch of platforms. Like we're on .NET and Mono, but you can also use it for Java and I think Ruby and Python, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
So what is it? Where, okay, this is, why would you do it? What are you using? And it's like, okay, and then it's the setup.
Yeah.
So the setup that we have, our tools use a bunch of, it's not just the game. We have an engine, and that'll be like kind of a project with the game. And then we have three different tools, and they are independent of each other. That means that we have 4 different builds that run completely separate of each other. The way that this server works is that when you commit something to your repository, you will trigger a build on the server. So basically, you just made a change to the game, or you will commit this and push it if you're on Git, and you will wait 2 minutes. And if everything is fine, you probably won't get a message. You can set it up so it does. But if something goes wrong, it tells you, whoa, there was a problem there, and this failed, and this failed, and this failed. Now, this is particularly useful with when you have unit tests and integration tests in your code.
Yeah.
Because, for example, say you were working on the physics engine or, some part, and you went off and changed something about some interface or whatever, and suddenly, you didn't run all the tests, push the code, suddenly you realize that you made changes that affect, I don't know, some other system, say like the particles for some really weird reason. If that's happening, there's probably something wrong. but the whole idea is that you don't have unintended consequences in your code. The other thing is, because it tells you immediately when you've had the problem, you avoid other people from having the same problem. Because imagine, say you and me are working on something. The build fails, so I'll just tell you, hey, listen, whatever you do, don't pull, because I just committed something that broke the build.
Yeah.
And also it encourages you to go and fix it, so that you don't feel bad about how bad you are and how mean-spirited you've been about not running the test before committing.
Okay, so that's pretty handy. So what way do the errors come up? Is you get an email, or is it just an error log you're looking through, or?
Well, there's a few ways. You can get an email, but also you can have a kind of like a Google chat thing.
Yeah.
But that is not Google. That is a kind of a thing you install for it's like a service or something that sits there and tells you the build went okay, it's building, or the build is not okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a semaphore, and you can see it is green if everything's cool, and red if something is not cool.
They go down and it won't red.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, pay attention to me, you broke something, fix me.
It's like sirens go off.
Yeah. The funny thing about it is that we have a tool that builds the content. So the content is anything from textures and sounds to animations. So say there was some animations is a combination of XML and actual images, little textures. And the good thing about it is that the content pipeline can try to, one of the projects goes off and builds the content.
Yeah.
And if something went wrong, say the artist of one of the guys that are working on more of the non-coding part, it will tell them about this error.
Okay.
So
handy.
it's a when you're trying to add something to an XML file, it can be easy to make a mistake, and we found that is also a nice way to kind of say, hey, there's a problem here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. We find that a reason for happiness and celebration of engineering.
Ah. And have you been using this now just on this game, or have you been using it like previous with like P3 and stuff?
With P3, we didn't, and that's why we kind of went like, that's not happening again.
Oh.
Because we now, particularly towards, the end, the kind of the crunchy time,
yeah.
You kind of go like, okay, whatever. And, then someone commits something and breaks. Nobody knows that part is broken for a while. And then 2 weeks later, you come back to code that you left broken and you don't know, it's just very, it was very not good. More knowing that these tools existed and that both of Andrew and myself have used them in our previous jobs and whatnot. We knew that these tools existed and were free and available, simple to use. It took me, I don't know, something like 15 minutes to set them up, and still, why didn't you do that? I don't know.
So it was like a definitive choice then, like you were doing it, and like that was it from the start on this project now.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, we tried at the start, and then it was like, oh, we don't have a machine that can do this because of this GPU issue. Like we needed a real machine with a real graphics card to become available. But we just kind of said, okay, we have to bite the bullet and make sure this happens so that we don't have, there is one less headache, at least, at that level.
Yeah. It's like someone's checking out for you the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. It's like someone, it's like it's like a stern grandmother,
It's like, you're doing it wrong. Go back and do it again.
Yeah, it's like, what? It's like that sound. It's like,
It's like, oh, damn.
The funny thing is you can actually hook it up to like lights and Arduinos and stuff like that, just so that it actually does something. It's amazing. I actually saw some pictures online of people doing kind of crazy things about hooking crazy hacks to builds, and it's kind of cool. I think I should put a light on my cat. I'm not sure it would make him happy, but hey.
It'd be cool.
Yeah. So I don't know. If anybody is kind of having some kind of issues with their builds and you left that, particularly if you're working on a team, you can have that. Oh, I think John broke that thing. I'm not sure now. So if you have that problem, you have that, center for, hey, it doesn't build there.
Yeah.
It solves the it works on my machine problem.
Ah, okay. It's like, no, but it works for me, but I don't care if it's broken for you.
Yeah, exactly. It actually completely breaks that, because this is like the server, you can set it so that it cleans all your sources and brings everything and builds everything from scratch and then kind of come back to you. So basically, if that is broken in a kind of clean environment, it means that it is broken and that's it. There's no, nothing to kind of debate about.
Yeah. Okay, so that's very handy. And how many are working on the team? There's a number of you, isn't there?
We have 4.5 people.
Oh, okay.
We have, we're 2 programmers, 2 artists, and we have a friend of ours that comes and works on script and game design on a part-time basis.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And helps keep everyone on the same page and all that as well then.
Absolutely. Well, we're working on this game called Jiro.
Yeah.
And Jiro is there is a strong piece of the game that is driven by the narrative.
Yeah.
So, it was important to make sure that that was really there, and that we weren't just, oh, sure, yeah, there is a story. We'll just kind of make it up as we go along. It's like you actually end up doing a little bit of that, but you at least you have someone focused on thinking about it.
Dedicated to it, so.
Yeah, so that the narrative is nice, and when we have dialogue, it's not written by me.
Yeah.
That's really, really important because God knows what could happen. Dinosaurs, dragons, monkeys, electric bikes.
Yeah, they all go together, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all in in feudal Japan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, obviously.
16th century feudal Japan. So this is why you don't want me driving that.
Yeah. So, kind of like we're on with the topic. Do you want to talk about Jiro then at all?
Well, yeah, sure. I'm kind of wondering, what should I say about it? Well, it's Jiro's a 2D side-scroller beat 'em up. It's based on, it's all kind of around 16th century feudal Japan.
Yeah.
And basically it's the story of this guy who went to war, and at some point he had a problem and he went crazy. So basically he sees a lot of stuff that is not really there. So when you see something, as you're playing him obviously, and there are elements of what you're seeing that you kind of know that they aren't real. They are part of your own insanity, but you don't know what to do about it because you can see them there. So you have to fight through it.
Yeah.
So there is one part when you're walking toward, you're walking on a forest. Suddenly you start kind of feeling that weirdness that that an attack of madness is going to come, and the trees start moving slightly too strong. It's like there's no wind here, but the trees are starting to move and starting to hit you, and you're like, what? And they start to hit you, and you have to defend yourself, and you have to kill these trees that are attacking you. For example, we think we're really working hard for the combos to be, for the fight system to be really, really, really nice. Like these last few weeks, we've been working a lot on iterating a lot on that. I think some of the mechanics we have in mind, we'll have to kind of try them once we have that on top.
Yeah.
We have some ideas about having like a game mechanic around the insanity, but we want to make sure that it works well and that it's fun. It's not just something that we want there and it has to work. It's something that we want to make sure that it works with the game and is fun.
Yeah.
And that's like a challenge that we initially were like, no, this is totally gonna work, and it's like, yeah, it works, but does it work when you're doing all of this other stuff? So we're trying to we'll have to keep everybody updated about it.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
So far we're really, most people have said that this is a very, very ambitious project, but we're feeling confident about it so far.
Are you on your own schedule at the moment, or have you missed your own deadlines?
Well, we're working. I don't know how familiar you are with this, but we're following kind of an agile process.
Yeah.
So we set ourselves sprints that are a week long.
Yeah.
And we have deliverables by the end of that week. And so far we've been hitting, except this week, of course, because I was talking to you. we kind of missed this week, but in general, all past weeks have been really good, and as a team we're really liking it because it helps you focus on one piece of functionality that we all work in at the same time. So instead of saying, hey, I'm going to be working on AI for like 3 weeks, see you later, it is more like, okay, I need to work on the AI for like a half a day because we need to have some AI for this part of the game. I don't know. Say we want to have this movement, I don't know, the kick movement, and that it hits the enemy and the enemy falls. And this happens for all the enemies, so we need all the animation reactions for that. So basically you align everybody to one objective, and it just feels really rewarding.
Okay, cool. So you really have something tangible at the end of that.
Exactly. So for example, each Friday we would have a demo.
Oh,
so
cool.
we actually sit down. We're lucky to have a place to go and actually sit down and look at the demo, see what's missing. Say, you know that time when you realize, oh, okay, actually that animation is not great, or he should kick slightly further away. We can, as a team, review our own work in a constructive way, without being like, you didn't do this. Instead, it's like, could we do this other thing that is, is more, it feels good.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're happy so far with that.
That's really cool then.
I'm, it's one of those things that it took us a while to get to a point where we're happy. I think it's really, really hard to get to a process that as a team works.
Yeah.
Have you worked with I don't know how much experience do you have on that?
Oh, I kind of like, I'm not some more agile like sprints or whatever. It's like, okay, we're getting to a point, we just need all these features in. Like,
okay.
That's about it. It's like, yeah, it is kind of like go off and work.
Okay.
That's the usual way I've been working. So, but it's usually smaller projects anyway that I can do it like in isolation from the rest.
That's kind of nice too. It's nice to be able to kind of. Sometimes you can just go so quickly by doing that, but yeah, then has there is pros and cons to everything.
Yeah. That's sometimes I do find as well myself that like I prefer working when everyone else is like working really hard towards a certain thing like soon. So you do put a whole lot more effort into it, and like, but again after that you need a bit of like lax time as well. So you just burn yourself out the whole time too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because that's
so. Yeah.
No, I was just thinking there is like that's like the reason I kind of love like game jams and stuff like that.
Actually, it kind of feels like a slightly not so hectic game jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, in game jams, I always feel like you never really know what's happening.
Yeah, it is kind of like
you're like, yeah, this is the game we're doing right now, but God knows in an hour.
Yeah, it's strictly chaos.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like imagine a relaxed game jam.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that.
It's like the one without the jet lag at the end.
Yes, it's like no jet lag game jam. Actually, that's why we keep the game crafts short.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just find that I'm useless after 8-9 hours on. I just don't. It's like you ask me, hey Andrea, what do you think about cats? What is a cat? It's like I just don't know who I am anymore, and probably that reflects on the code. It just goes like, I don't know how to do this thing that I actually do know how to do.
Yeah, you're staring at the screen and it's like, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? And it's like,
it's broken. You fix. Fix.
It's like, goddamn.
It turns into like that scene of Zoolander when they start they don't know how to turn on the computers and they turn into monkeys.
I haven't seen Zoolander so long, I can't remember.
Oh, no, it's really cool. It's like they go with like the 2001 Space Odyssey music comes on and they start going like, they start hitting like some max. It's kind of funny.
Oh man, they won't watch Zoolander.
Oh, you have to. It's like, it shouldn't be, but it is a classic.
Yeah, I think the Blue Sail's classic from it anyway.
And then you can be an ambi-turner.
I don't know what that one is now.
Exactly. Once you see the movie, you'll be like, an ambi-turner.
I have seen the movie.
God.
It's just so long ago. I can't remember anything from it. I'm really bad there. Damn, I shouldn't have admitted that. That's like as bad as saying it's like I haven't seen the Indiana Jones films.
You haven't seen Indiana Jones?
It's like, oh dear, that's out too now.
That's it, I'm out.
Yeah. It's like, oh man. I'm sure Disney will re-release them now in some form. I'll have to go see them that way, so.
I don't know. Actually, that was my Stephen's Day. I don't know. I always forget which way they call it here in Ireland.
Yeah, Stephen's Day.
Stephen's Day.
Yeah.
Like the whole day, basically, on with the Blu-rays, one after the other of Indiana Jones, and all the sweets that, the way some magical reason you always have loads of sweets.
Yeah.
On
like
on
Stephen's Day. And stuff.
Exactly. So we had like many boxes open, and they were consumed.
Yeah, all within arm's reach. You'd have to get up to go towards them.
Yeah, geez, no. I mean, Roaring Fire, Christmas Tree, Indiana Jones. I have to say, it was quite perfect.
Oh, nice. And you're not like one of those horrible people that take the sweets out of the wrapper and put the wrapper back into the tin.
That's like a sin.
Oh, absolutely. Oh.
Why would you do that? It's like you kind of feel really, you see the paper and you're like, yay, there is that, whatever you want. And it's like, no, it's an empty paper. There's even more evil people that not only they put the wrapper back in, but they put something inside the wrapper.
To make it look like there's something there. They're just conniving little bastards.
Yeah, they probably didn't get any Christmas presents.
Yeah. They're putting their lumps of coal back in. That's what it is.
Yeah, totally.
Oh,
Yeah. So yeah.
that's pretty good. Actually, yeah, I was going to go back to Gamecraft.
Okay.
You're talking about like the length of them. The first one you had was February last year, so 2012.
Yep. Yep.
And I think that was like 8 hours jam, was it?
Yeah, it was an 8-hour jam.
Yeah. And then the more latest one you had was November. I think that was 12 hours, wasn't it?
That was 12 hours. I felt that worked really, really well.
Yeah.
Lengthwise, and also really like the venue was fabulous. Just having that open
was really
space,
nice, yeah.
and then like staying there, people could talk to each other about the games.
Yeah.
That worked out really well. I think we could have had more food, particularly in the evening. I kind of didn't realize to organize some food for them, which is kind of sad. But with each event we learn about new things to do, and also it would be like we never find. We always want to find like a different venue that works, with lengths and bringing food in and all those things to make the game jam just amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. The next one is nearly completely organized, and it's going to be in Belfast. It's a small game jam, and it's kind of like a tryout for going somewhere else. So that will probably be Belfast Game Jam.
Oh, okay.
It's penciled for the 23rd of February, and we're going to be releasing tickets pretty soon. So we're going to start doing some kind of tweeting and Facebooking and whatnot.
Yeah.
Should be about 40 people, so it's a small one. But we kind of think that's the right size.
Yeah, I say it's a good size starting off anyway in Newtown, so.
Yeah, that one would be actually 8 or 9 hours as well.
Yeah.
Just to try out the new place and that kind of thing. Then there was another one scheduled for Games Fla, but we're trying to figure out what to do with that one actually, because we received not a lot of, we didn't receive like, yeah, you're coming to here, and we really want to go, and it feels like it's going to be very, very small. So we need to talk about that with Phil Burke. So we'll talk very soon. And find out what's the story with that, if we should move it somewhere else where people actually are.
Yeah.
And then finally, another one that we have kind of planned, but we don't have a date yet, is to go to Derry because they are the city of culture this year. So they were, they are very welcoming to having events like this. So we might be going there.
Hey, that sounds awesome then.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, obviously we have to have one in Dublin.
Yeah.
And we're actually looking at a few venues at the moment to kind of see, okay, which one will work. And we would like it to be as long as Engine Yards, like 12 hours, and then can stay for a little longer. It's we don't want to go and say, hello, Eamon, can we use your place again? Before we check some more places and see if we can go anywhere else. We'd probably go there just so we don't get Eamon very tired of us.
Yeah.
But his place was amazing.
It was very cool there. And
yeah,
that's I was just like thinking was the times there and stuff, like the length of them. That's I found myself like the 12 area one was, I don't know, far better fit whatever for the time, because I was kind of working towards 8 hours to try and get the game like whatever feature complete or whatever bits I wanted into it, and then like the last little bit was a little bit going around everyone, checking everyone else, and like the last 4 hours it's just like, hey, cool, I'm looking around and just having some banter as well.
Yeah, slightly less hectic and more enjoyable.
Yeah, I found that 8 hours was fairly stressful, because it's like, okay, here's the idea, okay, what's the idea, okay, we're gonna flesh this out, okay, we're doing this, oh crap, okay, time's up. I was like, crap, what?
That's
I was
a
like,
great
God
thing.
damn it.
Yeah, that's well, I couldn't actually participate on that one, but it was the feedback of a lot of people, and you could see it in people going like, oh no, how do I do this so quickly?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think it is a little bit, you have to like kind of like reduce your scope immensely from whatever ideas you have initially, so.
The thing I find the most kind of frustrating is that you can only have really, really simple game mechanics.
Yeah.
And you can't go, if you want to actually finish it, you can't go too crazy. Even like on the last one, we were trying to do something, and then in the middle we realized that we couldn't really do it, like in most game jams, and we changed it. And the thing is, like, just because we wanted to, we wanted to kind of break away from the simplest possible solution.
Yeah.
It kind of hurt us in that we couldn't finish it, and we were also really tired. But I don't know. I think they are great though. They are really really amazing experiences each time.
Oh yeah, they're brilliant. And sure, that's
Yeah.
like we even just had like Global Game Jam just this weekend gone. Yeah, just finished yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I saw some pictures, and there was more people than I ever seen on one, and they are great. I got Baz from Bitsmith reporting that there was a significant increase in women in the event.
Yeah.
which is great. I mean, he said there was like 20% girls, and that's really good because having diversity of people is always great. It makes for better games and in general better event.
Yeah. It is great. Yeah, that's. I think I headed up to Griffith there on not Tuesday, Saturday myself, and that's the day I had like about 50 jammers there, and they were telling me down and Thurles with Phil and that they had another 50 as well.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I'm not all too sure like the numbers of the guys up north, but I know both of them like were sold out as well. It's just like they were at capacity, so
That's
huge
awesome.
enthusiasm for those things. Yeah.
That's really really cool.
Yeah.
It's very encouraging.
Yeah, I'm slightly envious of all like the younger students and stuff taking part because that's what Griffith again like seemed to be mostly students. I'm sure Thurles was the same. Just like the energy they have for doing it the entire weekend. Because I found myself even just Friday evening, I was like tired from work, and I was meant to be starting in the jam. I was like, here no. I was like, I knew a few days before I had other things to do, but I was thankful for that fact because I was like on the sofa and like I'm tired. I can't even like type.
Yeah. Well, old age.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. These people in their youthful ways.
John, I think for next time your next birthday, I'm gonna get you a cane.
Yeah.
Like I have a collection of canes because I'm probably older than you, but I can give you one just to start getting used to it.
Yeah. Oh, no.
A cane, and I don't know, like maybe I don't know. Do you think a bubble pipe suits? Like bloop, 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 bloop.
Yeah.
It seems to it's kind of they could match. They could be the same color. Maybe a nice vivid red so you can see it since your eyes are debilitating.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, crazy stuffs. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of like what else. Oh, so yeah, just fucking we're talking about games. Any games you've been playing recently?
Well, the thing is, in December, sometime during December, I bought the THQ bundle.
Yeah.
And after I bought it, I realized that I have like 40 non-finished games and 15 not even started games. So I promised myself that I wouldn't buy any other games until I finished those.
Yeah.
And since then, I've been playing Skyrim. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Because I started playing Skyrim to finish it.
Yeah.
And that is a game that just doesn't finish. I love it, but I just can't finish it.
How many hours are you in now?
What?
How many hours are you in it now?
I don't know, probably like 60 or 70.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I know, I played something else the other day, but I mean, I'm lost in Skyrim, and I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
I played some Prototype 2 as well, so I'm on all these old games. What else? I played also Sword and Sorcery, a part that, it kind of kept moving forwards because I have it on my phone.
Yeah.
One game that I'm looking forward to that is not out there. Actually, I played a little bit of Gateways, from Smudge Cat.
Yeah, I think I've heard
He's a friend of ours, so I kind of felt guilty that I didn't. So I went off and played it a little bit. And the one game that I looked at that I'm really looking forward is called the Cyberpunk 20. No, it's not Cyberpunk. Something like Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
Oh man, that really really looks amazing.
What kind
but
of
it's not
version
out
is it?
yet.
Oh, is it not?
No, it's going out sometime soon. But I haven't. I don't really know when. There is another one that I need to check out. No, they're gone from my head.
Ah, poof, gone.
it happens. It's terrible. How about you? What you been playing or what you been looking at?
Um, well, that's like I recently just started to install like Windows 8 in machine again. So like I done a fresh install, cleaned everything. So I lost all my saves from loads of games I was kind of half playing.
Oh
Because I didn't even do
no!
like cloud saves or anything for them. And one of the worst ones was Puzzle Agent 2. I was like so into that game. I'm like, yeah, cool. And like, it's a great little story. And it's like, oh, I don't have to go back and do all these stupid little puzzles again.
Oh wow, yeah, yeah. You know, actually, I just remembered a really cool game that I was playing there recently called Knit. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like Knytt. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't heard of it now.
It's kind of like a cool puzzle. No, it's not puzzle. It's like a platformer.
Yeah.
And it looks kind of cute. Kind of pixel arty kind of thing. But you don't have to do points. You kind of just are there, and then you follow like a light that tells you where you have to go.
Yeah.
It's very, very open and kind of experimentative. I'm sure that's a word, or I just made one up. and it's really amazing. The guy doing that actually has a very interesting set of games that are all free and kind of innovative and good words that I can't think of.
Yeah.
If you're ever kind of looking for a free game that is kind of interesting,
Yeah.
it's a really good one.
What's it? K-N-Y...
It's Knytt.
K-M-Y-T-T.
Yup.
Wait, wouldn't that just be night?
Eh?
Night.
I don't know. I just in case I prefer to spell it because I'm really bad. I say a lot of times I say words and people look at me as if I was from Mars.
Yeah.
And then I realize it's because I just say them weirdly. Like for example, the oh yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, the ouya.
Exactly. See what I mean? It's like I say tomato. Most people say, "What the fuck did you just said?"
Yeah, I think what was the worst that I ever had? Oh, it's like this is just thing I think is when you're reading books and all this and you don't actually hear it ever said out loud, and you always say it in your head a certain way, and then years later, after everybody's like, "That's how you say it. That's how you say it," and then you're like, "Wait, what? Have I been saying it wrong like all these years?"
Yeah.
Mine was depreciated. I used to always say deprecated.
Oh, but that's a different word altogether.
They're not the same.
Yeah, no, they aren't. Deprecated means that, it's not in use anymore. Like, for example, an API can be deprecated. But depreciated means that it loses value with time. So they're similar, but they are very different.
Jeez, I'm learning stuff all the time. People are telling me I was wrong, and I was in the pub, and I was like, but. And then, so I just like, oh, fuck them. I'm going back to the pub and giving them a fucking talking to. Oh, man. I'm going back to deprecated. Deprecated's a cool word.
Deprecated is a very cool word.
Yeah.
Some people use it as a replacement for obsolete.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also a nice little word. Yeah, what is the word of today?
Oh, no idea.
I used to be kind of semi-addicted to that, but then I realized I never actually used the words that I learned.
Yeah. Word of the day. My low keyboard clicking away.
Yeah, I have my phone here. It's like not very good for me.
Gambit.
Oh, okay. What does it mean?
It means the guy from X-Men.
Gambit.
Yeah.
A chess opening in which a player risks minor pieces to gain an advantage. Oh, that's a kind of cool word. Oh, a remark intended to start the conversation. A calculated move. Wow, so many things. Okay. I probably will forget it in about 5 seconds. But a good word nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? I'm talking to my cat. Do you have anything to contribute to this podcast? He's sleeping. He's not saying anything.
You were like shoving the microphone in the cat's face.
I'll have to send you a picture of him because even it could be a good start for the podcast because he's just completely doesn't care about what's happening and it's kind of really horrible outside.
Yeah.
And he's just sleeping and his paw is up kind of saying. There is no worries in the whole world ever. It's just a ball of fur.
Oh, that's a nice life.
Yeah, I wish I was a cat.
A BatCat or just a cat?
Any cat that has the life my cat has.
Yeah. Grand
Actually,
time.
I just emailed it to you. Just because I'll forget if I don't do it right now.
Oh, okay, grand, cool. I can use that.
No problem. You can just not use it at all. No problem.
Yeah. Well, since this podcast, I was kind of like last week, is like, hey, fuck it, I'm doing this. And so I've like no art or anything yet for this. So I was like, grand. I'm doing content first. Content is the very first thing to use. It's like whatever, all the fluff will come after that.
Yeah, that's just true.
Yeah. So it's like.
So who are you interviewing the next weeks?
We've got Dermot, from Microsoft. He's up next. He's doing the Games Ireland Gathering / Windows Microsoft event.
Oh yeah.
He's involved with that. And
what's it called? App gaming. Imagined.
App Days or something, is it?
Oh yeah.
I can't remember. Yeah, but it's all
Are
like
you-
the 28th.
are you going?
Yeah. It's full day now. It is so. In the Viva. So that'd be a good event to go to anyway.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. So that's him, and then a few others lined up. No other confirmed people yet, but we'll get them all on.
Well, if I think of anybody, I'll send them your way.
Oh yeah. No, what I know of like a lot of the community anyway, they just love talking, so I'm sure it won't be fucking short of anyone.
You should get the Paddy Murphy from Time Machine.
Oh yeah. I just know he's busy these weeks or these days, working away. So.
Yeah, he's so funny.
Yeah. Oh, he's in like your space now at the moment, isn't he?
Well, not these days, but last week he was around and I don't know, he's just really funny.
Yeah.
It's not in that he walks funny or anything like that. He's just actually funny, like when he talks.
Yeah. That's pretty good, like limerick on him anyway. So.
Yeah, there's all those jokes about stabbing, and they're just really good.
Really good at stabbing or really good jokes?
Probably both. I'm sure he's really good at stabbing. I don't know. You're interviewing him. You ask him. I don't want to ask him.
I'll take notes now here.
Imagine if he, maybe he'll say, "Let me show you."
Yeah, I think I'd be happy to do a podcast over Skype then. So.
See, you can ask him that very freely, and he'll be like, "Hey, I'm really good. You have the Technique Alpha Centaurus P31." That means that you say storyboard and you have a bag of, a spar bag, and you have a horse involved somehow, and then you end up with a burger.
29% horse burger, way.
Yeah. Jeez, that was something.
Yeah. But the one thing I've always been worried about, like all this horse burger meat and stuff, isn't like horse or the burgers they make just come from the minced meat they use? And then I make my own burgers, so I was like, is the minced meat I'm using safe? I don't know.
Well, I don't know, but the labels say 100% beef. I don't know. Can they lie about that too? I mean,
yeah,
they can lie, no problem. But I don't know. Lately, I've been buying like whole chickens and pieces of meat that I can identify from.
Okay, it looks like what it says it is, so I'm okay with that.
Well, at least it's like, looks like a chicken leg. Probably it's a chicken leg or a really, really big rat. Yeah, either way, it had to eat a lot to get to that size.
So it's got some good meat on it then. It was healthy rat.
If we're gonna eat something that has a bone, might as well find out that it has the right shape and everything.
Yeah. And you wouldn't want, usually an unhealthy rat would be a pretty scrawny thing, so there wouldn't be much meat on it. So
that was my point.
Yeah.
That was my point. We were talking with my cat about this very, very important issue.
Yeah.
He agreed. Hopefully.
Just to get food now.
Yeah. Food is very nice.
I can definitely say I'm a fan.
Yep. I wish we had like a personal chef.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were rich, like the first thing you would get, wouldn't it be a chef? That just cooks at your whim. It's like cherry granola pie, stat. And then it's like, oh, 1 second. Bloop, 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 bloop.
I don't know. I prefer someone to teach me how to cook better.
Yeah,
So I love cooking anyway, because I just throw extra things in as I'm cooking.
Yeah, but that's very, you have to, yeah, okay, it's rewarding when you do it, But then, how many times have you got something wrong, and then it's really sad?
Well, then I just work on it the next day. I'm like, damn, I'm doing this right. I don't give a crap. And plus, I
But
force myself to eat it, so.
But you just became like extremely rich. Say you won the lotto of horse burgers.
Yeah.
So you got tired of eating horse burgers. So now you could A, get a chef, or B, be your own chef.
I'd be my own chef, but I'd have someone there to tell me what I'm doing wrong when I'm doing it
That
wrong.
is, oh no, see that, okay, good, that actually, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if it could be your granny. Grannies are amazing for telling you how to cook.
They just always tell me what I'm doing wrong, even if I'm doing it right. Like, nope, you're doing wrong. This is how we done it back in my day, back in the old country.
No, but when you have one of those like I have a really, really nice granny,
Yeah.
and she's like, oh, you should do this now when you're cooking, and it's like, I always, she doesn't say it like you're wrong. She's like, there is this other way to do it that is, has generally better results. And I'm like, how is she doing that? She's telling me I'm doing it wrong, but in a really, really nice way. How can I learn this amazing skill?
She's not even offending me. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, she's like, you're amazing, but you could do this in this other way and you'd be even more amazing.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Yeah, she's great. Yeah, 87 years old, and she still works like, she sends messages on Facebook, she calls me on Skype.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's awesome.
Jeez, she's power.
Yeah, and she cooks like the best chef ever.
Yeah?
Yeah, she was here last year visiting. Oh, man.
You're just eating everything the whole time.
Oh, man, it's like, also you got home and it's like, oh, I have dinner ready for you. It's like all these favorite fruits of yours.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god, this is like holidays, but it's not, but it is. So confusing.
She's like, oh my god.
Anyway, I'll stop ranting now.
Now I have such a feeling I'm going to go and make some extra food now before I finish off for the night.
I think you have to.
God damn.
Yeah, you can do something like amazing. You know, one of those recipes with like 3 things, but they're really good.
Yeah.
You know what's good for that? Compote. Do you like compote?
Compote?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like so amazing, but say you have fruits that you don't really, really like.
Yeah.
It's like some pears, but they look like they're not ripe enough or something.
Yeah.
It's like a pear and an apple and something, and you just kind of boil it in sugary water, and it ends up being compote, and it's really nice.
Ooh. Didn't know that.
Yeah, cinnamon stick. Happy days.
Yeah. Grand stuff.
Also super healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're into that sort
all
of thing.
Well, it's January. You have to be healthy in January.
Yeah, I mean, next month you can eat like 50 sausages all into one sausage.
Sausage pizza. Be grand.
Yeah, a deep fried sausage chocolate covering. You can probably get that in Glasgow or somewhere.
I think you can, yeah. I never actually got deep fried anything, like, well, besides like normal sausages and stuff when I was in Scotland.
I actually would love to try that Mars bars.
Yeah, I always wanted to try that.
It sounds really nice. I mean, think about it. The melted chocolate, the thing on the outside.
Yeah.
On a very, very cold night when you're drunk.
But the best thing when you're drunk is haggis pizza. Oh my god, I love that.
I actually really like haggis.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah, I don't... someone told me, do you know what it's made of? And I said, I don't actually want to know. Please give me another drink.
It's like the same with black and white pudding. It's like, I love it, but I don't want to know what parts it came from.
Well, the red one I know. The white one I have no idea. Do you want to know? Because I can tell you.
Yeah, no, I don't think I want to. I know it was blood.
I'll tell you right now. Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Actually, I might need to know just to get rid of this like appetite I'm growing.
It's just that we dangerously started talking about food. The difference is that I just ate, so I'm not hungry at all.
Yeah.
But you didn't.
I ate earlier, but I've got a big belly, so.
So it's like, I'm looking at you, some dessert. You won't get away from me. The dessert's going, no, leave me some more day. I will eat you. These things happen, right?
Yeah, I think so. Also, I'm kind of glad you're not doing the dialogue and stuff for Giro now.
See what I mean? Also, well, please note, none of these ideas will be used for Giro. Although I am taking notes.
Okay. For your next game, that's what it'll be.
Yeah, the attack of the dessert and the hungry monkey.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna turn into a monkey because they are just better as characters for
Yeah,
games.
you love the monkeys.
Yeah, they are very human-like, and they
Yeah.
have tails.
Some of them don't. Oh, that'd be chimps actually. Don't the monkeys do, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Now I need to go and find out.
Yeah.
Oh well. Anyway,
God damn. Okay, so before we start rambling more about monkeys and food, and I think that's like probably good enough podcast or anything else you want to talk about.
I'm pretty happy with that. I hope it wasn't too something. I hope it was like, oh yeah, they talked about this and that. They even talked about cats and monkeys. And generally, good topics.
Yeah. Very
And
insightful.
if you feel the need, chop it off and remove whatever is not necessary. Not a problem.
No, leaving it all in. We're good
Cool.
to go. Okay, so yeah, thanks for talking. And
Thank you.
So-
Thank you for the invite.
yeah, your website then was BatCatGames.com, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
www.BatCatGames.com.
Okay, and you can find you on like Facebook and Twitter as well.
Yep.
I'm very sure. And then roundcrisis.com as well. Your own
Yep.
personal.
For boring blog posts about programming.
Yeah. Actually, some are very insightful. I was reading through them. I was like, ooh, okay, I didn't realize all that stuff. Because you do loads of different stuff than what I know, so it's like, ooh.
Yeah. I try to keep it, whatever I find kind of interesting and not like extremely obvious, or whatever I found not so obvious, try
Yeah.
to blog it out. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And so, yeah, I've been John Jeffrey. You've been Andrea, yeah?
Andrea Magnorsky.
Hey, okay, thanks.
Hey.
Hey.